Good morning, our viewers. Once more, we're back again. On this bright morning of November 5th, the year 2024, I am drowning is the title of our morning devotion. I am drowning. Now, whenever we have wounds, whenever we have traumas on our skin, after healing, there is a formation of a scar. Now, scars always happen or act as reminders of the trauma or tragedy that once happened in a body area. However, have you ever realized that Jesus or God may cause spiritual scars? Today we're going to see scars and how they help us strengthen our faith in our Christian life. So, I Am Drowning is the title of our morning devotion. And our scripture reading is extracted from the book of Isaiah, the chapter is 43 and the verses 2. Isaiah 43 and the verses 2, and it says, "When you pass through the fires, I will be with you, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow you. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow you." Today, our morning devotion is going to deal with the family that happened to have a vacation or spend some time in summer, and they had their vacation next to a river. So the family happened to move. So the morning devotions writer said when he was 19 years, he took advantage to have a summer holiday. And they spent the vacation as a whole family. However, they spotted a place where they could camp. And they chose a grove of trees that was close to a large river. The grove of trees was just next to a large river. Now, as mother was planning, while mother was preparing a meal for her family, the two children went out to play. And just like naturally, they went and happened to go to the river. So, as they stepped into the river, they did not notice that this river had a very strong current. So they went on stepping into the river. However, the brothers noticed that the water was now really moving at a high current, and they could now not, their feet could not now step on the ground of the river. So the brothers tried to swim. Now, this brother was able to swim. However, his young brother was not able to swim. He tried to go and save his young brother, but to no avail. He noticed that the young brother could snatch him and fight, preventing him to swim in order to save him. So with one push, he swam away from his brother. But in anguish, he cried to the Lord and said, "Lord, save my brother, save him." And as he moved away, he prayed that prayer. After some time, he looked back to see his brother. And his brother said these words, "I am drowning." True, he was drowning. His feet could not reach the ground, and he could not swim against the currents. However, that prayer was very interesting. As he looked behind, he saw two fishermen, and they were having their boats, and they had clanked his brother and were pulling him upstream from the dangerous river current. Now, the brother did not notice the anguish and pain the elder brother went through. However, the other brother said he was left with a scar. Whenever he has a problem, he always remembers and he calls upon God. His brother did not recognize the agony and anguish his brother went through, but his brother faced it because he was seeing the whole scene, unlike his brother who was drowning. In the Bible, there are people who were left with scars. Scars is somewhere and they are left, these scars are left with subconsciousness in our brain. When we're stressed up, or when the brother is stressed up, these scars remind him, and he remembered of the cry his brother was having. He remembered of the prayer he says to God. So when he was in trouble, whenever he's in trouble, that scar reminds him of calling upon God, and God will answer. So, God at times leaves tragic moments in our lives simply to introduce to us scars that would be of benefit in future use. Jacob struggled with an angel, and the angel limped and left a hip permanent scar. Up to now, there was a scar. An angel limped and made a scar at the hip joint of Jacob's leg after the struggle with an angel. On his way to Damascus, Paul was left with this permanent scar of eyes that would not have a proper sight, that could always be watery, and they disturbed him. So, we are reminded forever with an eye condition. God, in his great provision, saved my brother Paul and left me with a lasting memory. The scars are lasting memories. Some help us to rely on God. Help us to recall and know our dependency on God. So, scars are left subconscious on our brains. God leaves these tragedies to leave scars that will help us begin knowing that we are so much dependent upon Him. So, my brethren, let us remember there is a God in heaven. And in any cases of tragedy, of presence of scars, God is really there. He leaves them there for reasons. Are you aware that God has also saved your life? May God bless you. And in case of tragedies and scars, let us know that they're for our benefit. Let's pray. Father, thank you, and help us learn to know that scars are for our benefit. They help us learn to depend upon you. In your precious holy name I pray. Amen.